Hello everybody, I'm back with the new question that I have posted on Mat5. Now today we'll discuss that question. We'll try to solve that question. Though most of you have given the answers, we have followed the different ways to solve the same question. And here also I'll give you the easiest method by which you could have gone. And though the procedure may be lengthy, but it will feel easy for you to understand as well as solve. Okay. The question that I have given was to find the value of x if this ABCD is a square. Okay, this was the question that is given to you. And there were three values which were given, like AM is a square root of 45, BM is square root of 85, and CM is square root of 65. So the very simple thing that we expected it is expected in the question is to find the value of x. Okay. So how we can start? Now, if you look at the diagram, then some of the students have thought that this value could be 90 degree. Okay, this value could be 90 degree, which is a wrong assumption. Okay, it is not given in the question, so you cannot assume that this is a 90 degree. Some of the students have assumed that this might be 90 degree, but it is not given in any way that these are the angles which are 90 degrees. Okay. And the second thing, if you try to look at the thing, most of the people have thought that this is a kind of a prism structure. Okay, it is not a prism structure. All the lines are on the same plane. Okay, all the lines are on the same plane, because it is not mentioned anywhere in the question that this M point is like a 3D figure. Okay, it is somewhere above the base of ABCD, but actually all the lines are lying in the same plane. If this is a plane that I'm thinking, then all the lines are lying on the same plane. Okay. So with these basics, or with these conditions that I have given to you, now I will try to solve the question. Okay. See what you are supposed to do. The very first thing is that if you look at the question, then you know that somewhere he has given something, the lines which are looking like a diagonal to something, which are looking like the hypotenuse to something. Okay, so the very first thing is that try to convert this question where you find that a Pythagoras theorem can be applied. Very simple, a Pythagoras theorem can be applied. If you look at the question, then there is no line which is given from this M point to this AB line. So what the first thing that I have done is that drop a perpendicular line from this M point to AB. Okay, and name it as T. We have named it as T. And now consider this length as B or A. I'll consider this as B. Okay. Then this length, whatever it is there from this end to this end, this length I am considering it as A. Okay, I am considering it as A. Then if you look at the diagram, then AB, sorry, not AB, it is AD is equal to TZ. The length AD from this to this point, the length is nothing but the length from T to Z. Okay. Then from this, what I can say that this is nothing but this is equal to X. Okay, this is equal to X. So what will be MZ equal to then? Can I write MZ equal to X minus A? Okay, MZ can be written as X minus A. So this length from M to Z, I am calling it as X minus A. Okay, so we have got now two lengths, that is TM. We have considered TM is equal to A and MZ as X minus A, obviously, because TZ is equal to X. Okay, now if you try to look at the question, then he said that it is a square. Then we know that the length from A to B must also be equal to X itself. Okay, X itself. Then what must be the length TB? And I can say that from the figure that TB must be equal to C. The whole length is X. From that, if I subtract this value B, then this must be equal to X minus B. So here I am writing it as X minus B. Okay, and if this TB is X minus B, then CZ must also be equal to X minus B. then Cz must also be equal to x minus b. I'll write it here. Cz must also be equal to x minus b. So now we have assumed something, but if you try to look at whenever you have done some assumption that there are three unknowns now. How many unknowns are there? Three unknowns. One is x, one is a, the other one is b. So once we have three unknowns, it is a very common logic or common sense that if you are having three unknowns, then we should make at least three equations to solve it. Very simple and straightforward logic is that the number of unknowns must be always equal to the number of equations. If you have two unknowns, then you should have two equations, then and then only you can solve the question. Then once we have three unknowns, we should have three equations. That's why if you look at the question, the person who has given this question has given three values. Look at that: root of 45, root of 85, and root of 65. And that is only for the reason that you should be able to form three equations. So now we will try to form the three important equations of this question. If you try to look at everywhere, that we are now the question, the person who has given the question, he has given all the diagonals, sorry, the hypotenuse, all the hypotenuse. He has given all the hypotenuse values, and rest of the things are with you. Now you can, whatever you have assumed the value as a, b, or x, using those values you can write, or by using the Pythagoras theorem again, you can write the equations. So first I'll take the triangle, right angle triangle, okay, right angle triangle, which is ATM, okay, and the triangle ATM. I'll take the right angle triangle, which is ATM. If you look at ATM, then can I say that AM square is equal to AT square plus TM square? Okay, hypotenuse square is equal to one of the side square plus the second side square. Now, if you look at this, this is AM he has given it as root of 45. So this becomes root of 45 square is equal to 80. You have assumed that 80 is B. So I can write it here B square plus A square. Or finally, I can say that if I try to write it properly, so I'll say that A square plus B square is equal to root of 45 square. You know that root and square will get cancelled. So we write it as 45. Cancel means it nullifies. Okay. While saying we say that it cancels, but actually it nullifies. Cancellation is different, and if you are saying that it is nullifying, it is different. So we can call this as equation number 1. We need to form three equations. Remember that this is the first equation that we have formed. Now similarly, consider the second triangle. I'll consider this triangle, okay, TBM. So I'll say that again it is a right angle triangle. Here you are having a 90 degree. So this must be your hypotenuse. So I can say that if we consider the triangle TBM, then root of 85 square, which is a hypotenuse, root of 85 square must be equal to one of the side square, which is x minus b square, plus the other side, which is a. So this becomes a square. Okay. So looking at this, I'll just expand this bracket and I'll write this 85 on the right hand side. If I expand this bracket, this thing becomes like x square plus b square. It is a minus b whole square. So you can write it as a square plus b square minus 2ab. So x square plus b square minus 2bx plus a square. This one, I have written it here, must be equal to 85. Must be equal to 85. Okay. So I can call this as equation number 2. Okay. I'll call this equation as equation number 2. Similarly, now use the third triangle, which is MCZ. Okay, or MZC. So that is also again a right angle triangle, which is MZC. And in that, again, if you take the hypotenuse, which is root of 65, so I can say that MC square is equal to MZ square plus ZC square. Now, what is MC? MC is root of 65. So root of 65 square must be equal to MZ. What is MZ? MZ is x minus a square plus x minus b square. I'll write the third equation here because I'm having the space here. So I'll write it here. So again, if I expand this bracket, this is a minus b whole square. Again, I can use the formula which is a minus b whole square. So this can be written as x square plus a square minus 2ax. Okay. And you expand this bracket. So this can be written as plus x square plus b square. That is a square plus b square minus 2ab. Minus 2ab is minus 2bx. Must be equal to root of 65 square. So that is 65. Okay. Is it clear, everybody? So I'll call this equation as equation number 3. So I'll call this equation as equation number 3. Okay. So we have formed the 3 equations now. And by using these 3 equations, we need to sort out, or we need to find the 3 unknowns a, b, and x. Okay. A and b, why we are finding it out? Because by finding the a and b only we can go for x, or directly we can calculate the x also. There is no need to find out the value of a and b, but still if you can find out the value of a and b, that's good. Okay. So I'll write these 3 equations in the next slide, and then we will try to solve it. So the equations are, the first one is a square plus b square equal to 45. I'll write it in the next slide. That is a square plus b square is equal to 45. Okay, this was our equation number 1. Then equation number 2 is, if you look at this, this is the equation number 2, x square plus b square minus 2bx plus a square equal to 85. So this is x square plus b square minus 2bx plus a square must be equal to 85. Must be equal to, it is given as 85. Okay, so call this as equation number 2. We have already done that. I'm just writing it so that while solving it would be easy for it will be easy for me to use this equation. And the third equation is x square plus a square minus 2ax, x square plus a square minus 2ax plus x square plus b square minus 2bx, and then it is equal to 65. It is equal to 65. We are calling this equation as equation number 3. Now what we'll do is that we'll try to see here. We'll try to eliminate the variables. We'll try to eliminate the variables. For example, see here, it is b square plus a square. Okay. From equation 2, can I write it like this? See, this is b square plus a square. And b square plus a square from equation number 1, we can say that it is nothing but 45. From equation 2 and equation 1, okay, I'm writing equation 2 as, see here, instead of this b square plus a square, I'll write it as 45 because it is given in equation number 1. So I can say that x square minus 2bx plus 45 is equal to 85. So x square minus 2bx will be equal to 85 minus 45, and this is nothing but 40. X square minus 2bx. So from this equation, we can find out what is the value of b. What is the value of b? So I can say that x square minus 40 is equal to 2bx, or x is equal to x square, sorry, b is equal to, not x, b is equal to x square minus 40 divided by 2b. X square minus 40 divided by 2b. Okay. Now, call this as equation number, we'll call it as 4. We have used already 3 numbers, so we are calling it as 4. Similarly, now try to solve this third equation using the equation number 1, 2, or 4 and try to minimize the variables. Okay, see here, again here we are getting that this is x square plus, sorry, a square plus b square. Again, we can remove that a square plus b square with 45. Then again, we are having somewhere, what we are seeing here is that x square minus 2bx. Okay, x square minus 2bx. See here, here we have got one more relation. X square minus 2bx is nothing but 40. So we can use these two things and we can solve that. So I'll write it properly so that you can understand it better. So from equation 3, I'm writing it so that you can substitute the values very easily. X square minus 2ax plus a square plus b square plus x square minus 2bx is equal to 65. What I have done is that I have just rearranged the variables so that we can substitute the values. This a square and this b square, I have written it here. This x square and 2bx, I have written it here. And the rest of the thing is like x square and 2ax, which I have written it here. And that is equal to 65. Now this is nothing but, if I replace this, so this is x square minus 2ax plus, what is a square plus b square? From equation number 1, a square plus b square is 45 plus x square minus 2bx. From this equation, you can call this as equation number, I'll call it as like a. From a, you can find out that this is x square minus 2bx is nothing but 40 and this is equal to 65. Okay, so from this I can say that x square minus 2ax is equal to 65 minus 85. You know that 45 plus 40 is 85, and if you take it on the RHS, that becomes 65 minus 85. So x square minus 2ax is nothing but minus 20. Okay, so find out the value of a from this. So x square, I'll take 20 on this side, 2x on the other side. So x square plus 20 is equal to 2ax, or a is equal to x square plus 20 divided by 2x. Sorry, this is 2x, not 2b. This is 2x. We are taking 2x on this side. B is on the RHS. So it is 2x. I'll just remove that and write it again, because there is a small mistake. This is 2x. Okay. So call this as equation number 5. Equation number 4, we have got the value of b. And equation number 5, we have got the value of a. Okay. Now see, you are replacing a in terms of x, b in terms of x. And if I substitute it in equation number 1, then it is very easy for me to find out the value of x, because one equation, one unknown. Okay. So try to put the values of a and b in equation number 1. So I'll say that put a and b in equation 1. Okay. Fine. Equation 1 is a square plus b square is equal to 45. So we'll put the value of a. What is the value of a? It is x square plus 20 divided by 2x. So here I can say x square plus 20 divided by 2x. This is a, the square of this, plus b square. What is the value of b? It is x square minus 40 divided by 2x. So here I can say x square minus I think 40 divided by 2x. Okay. And the square of this, because this is b, and the square of this must be equal to 45. Now this is the equation that we have got. Sorry, this is the equation that we have got. Now what we need to do is that we need to solve this. Okay, expand the bracket, don't worry. Don't think that the equation is difficult. You just expand the bracket, everything will fall in line, and you can solve it very easily. Okay, so I can say that this is nothing but, see here, this can be taken as a and this can be taken as b. So a plus b whole square on the numerator. So this becomes x square's square. So that becomes x raised to 4 plus b square. What is b? What is b? 20. 20 square is 400. Okay. Plus 2ab. That is 2 into 20 into x square. So that becomes 2 into 20 is 40. So I can say that this is 40x square divided by 2x square. Okay. Plus, if you expand this, this becomes again, this is a minus b whole square this time. A minus b whole square. So that becomes a square. X square square is x raised to 4 plus b square, 40 square. 4 4s are 16. So that becomes 1600 minus 2ab, because here we are having minus. So minus 2ab. So 2 into 40 is 80 into x square is 80 x square divided by 2x whole square is equal to 45. It is a very easy equation. We will solve it very quickly. So if you see at both the denominator, we are having 2x square. So that becomes the LCM. So if we take the LCM as 2x square from on both the denominators, and if I try to take this on the right hand side, so this becomes, see, very easy. This becomes 45 into 2x square. Okay, 45 into 2x square. Now what we are left with on the left hand side, just check out. X raised to 4 plus x raised to 4 is 2x raised to 4. 400 plus 1600 is 2000. Okay. 40 minus 80 is minus 40 x square is equal to 45 into 2x square. I'll just write it here. 45 into 45 into 4 actually, because 2 square is there. 45 into 4. So 45 into 4, 45 into 2 is 90. 90 is double is 180. So I can say that this is 180 x square. 180 x square. Okay, I'll just remove it from this side so that this should not create again a confusion that this is somewhere in the RHS. Now we are left with this equation. So you know that in this equation, if I divide the whole equation on both the left hand side or the right hand side by 2, then the equation becomes x raised to 4 plus 1000 minus 20x square is equal to 180. It is 90x square. Okay, take this on the LHS side. So this becomes x raised to 4 minus 20 minus 90. So that becomes minus 110 x square plus 1000 must be equal to 0. Now we need to just solve this quadratic, sorry, it is raised to 4, but we can write it as a quadratic equation. Okay. So what I can write this as x square, okay, minus 100 x square, sorry, 110 x square plus 1000 is equal to 0. So this becomes now your a quadratic equation type, okay, like x square and this, like you know that the quadratic equation is in the form of like ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. So here x is x square itself. See here, x is x square, c is 1000, and then a is the coefficient of this, which is nothing here. So it is equal to 1. So I'll say that according to this, a is equal to 1, b is equal to, or instead of like doing this, I can directly factorize it because it is very easy. You look at the question, you can directly factorize it. So can I write it like this here? X raised to 4 minus, I can write it like this here, minus 100x minus 10x square plus 1000 must be equal to 0. You can factorize it. You know how to factorize. The multiplication of these two should result in the multiplication of these two. See here, minus into minus is plus, 100 into 10 is 1000, x square into x square is x raised to 4. And the multiplication of these two terms, the first and the last term, is also 1000 x raised to 4. And the addition of these two terms should give you the center term, which is 110 x square minus 110 x square. So minus 100 minus 10 is minus 110 x square. So this is more easy rather than going for solving it like x equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. That can also be done. That can also you try. But here, if it is easy for factorization, so I have just taken the factors and directly solved it. So if I can take here as x square common, so this becomes x square. So here we are left with x square minus 100, then minus 10 x square. Sorry, you cannot take x square. Only minus 10 can be taken as common. So we are left with here inside the bracket as x square minus 100. Okay, that must be equated to 0. So the equation is x square minus 10 and then x square minus 100 is equal to 0. Okay, is equal to 0. Now look at the things. Now we have got 4 solutions actually. See here, we have got 4 solutions. What are the 4 solutions? X square x square minus 10 equal to 0, then x must be equal to, see here, x must be equal to plus or minus root 10. This is from this equation. And from this, we can say that x square minus 100 is equal to 0, or x is equal to plus or minus root of 100. Okay, plus or minus root of 100. If you try to look at the solution, x cannot be negative because x is already something which is a line, okay, which is a side of a square. So x cannot be negative. So obviously from these four solutions, this negative value is already gone. This negative value is already gone. I'll take it on the next slide. See here, x is equal to plus or minus root 10, or x is equal to plus or minus root 100. Now from this, the negative solution is already gone because x is a side and it should be a positive value. So I can say that x is equal to root 10. X can be equal to either root of 10 or x can be equal to, if you try to look at here, root of 100 is 10 itself. Now what is the best possible solution for x? What is root of 10? You know that 3 3s are 9. Okay, 3 3s are 9. So if I try to write here x itself as 3, this x itself as 3, okay, then you can never get the values like root of 65, root of 85, because these are very huge values. These are all big values, so you cannot have that. So x equal to 10, root of 10, if you put and solve it, you will never get the solution. So the only solution is that x is equal to 10. X is equal to 10. Now we'll try to solve it and we'll try to recheck it whether we are getting the correct answer or not. See, if x is equal to 10, we have got the value of a and b. What is the value of a? A is x square plus 20 divided by 2x. So I'll write it here again. Value of a is x square plus 20 divided by 2x. And the value of b is x square minus 40 divided by 2x. Minus 40 divided by 2x. We'll try to see whether all the hypotenuse values are satisfied with this a and b or not. So a must be equal to c. 10 square, that is 100. 100 plus 20 is 120. 120 divided by 2 into 10 is 20. Okay, so this and this will get cancelled. 2 ones are 2 6 are. Is it okay? 10 square is 100. 100 plus 20 is 120. Divided by 2 into 10 is 20. So we are getting 6 as the answer. Similarly, try to find out what is b. B is equal to 100 square. Sorry, 10 square is 100, not 100 square. It is already 10 square. That is 100 minus 40. Minus 40 divided by 2 into 10 is 20. This is 60 by 20. This is 60 divided by 20. And that is equal to 3. So we have got the value as a equal to 6 and b equal to 3. So we'll try to find out whether everything will be satisfied or not. So I'll just redraw that question here. I'll try to redraw that question here. We know that the equations are x minus a whole square plus x minus b whole square must be equal to 65. Okay, or we'll take any one of the value. Okay, here itself. We'll try to see whether this is satisfied or not. Root of 45. Okay, so a square plus b square must be equal to 45. So here we'll say a square plus b square is equal to 45. This is one of the equation that we are having there according to the hypotenuse. So what is a square? 6 square plus 3 square. See here, 6 square is 36 plus 3 square is 9. So this is equal to 45. Is it solved? Similarly, if you try to find out the rest of the values, you will find that this will satisfy all the three equations, the value of a and b. Okay, so the value of x is 10, the value of a is 6, and the value of b is 3. Okay, if you try to look at here, this is 3, this is the total value is 10, so this must be 7. Okay, if this is 7, because sorry, if this is 6, then mz must be equal to 4. So on one side we are having 6 plus 4 and the other side we are having 3 plus 7. In both the cases it should be equal to 10 itself. Okay, so with this we have solved the today's question. So I must thank you all for the patient listening, but please try it on your own so that you will get the better idea how to solve this question. And we are going to start with a Facebook group very soon with the MatPy. So I hope that all of you will join that MatPy Facebook group so that we can discuss more number of questions there. Rather than being just only in the WhatsApp group, we'll try to have the MatPy Facebook group. So there we'll try to solve more questions. Okay. So thank you very much. Be at home and be safe. Thank you.